My fiance ended our 9-year relationship and expected me to keep supporting her, but I cut off every lifeline and let karma crush her world. She told me she didn't love me anymore on a Wednesday. Not a dramatic day, not a significant date, just a Wednesday. One of those drab, middle-of-the-week placeholders no one remembers. She sat across from me at our kitchen table, twisting a napkin between her fingers as if she were wringing the neck of something fragile. "I'm done," she said. "I don't love you." No tears, no hesitation, just done. But what struck me the most, what made something cold settle in my stomach, was the look in her eyes. Flat, empty, like she'd already rehearsed this a dozen times in the mirror and perfected the expression to be painless for her and devastating for me. 9 years together, and she delivered the breakup like she was giving a weather report. I should have known something was wrong long before that moment. The late-night walks, the second phone she claimed was for job applications. The way she flinched when I touched her shoulder like she was bracing for something she couldn't admit to. But I guess love makes you stupid. Love makes you ignore the smell of gasoline while someone quietly leads a trail from the living room to the back door. When she finished her speech, I asked her the same question any fool would ask. Is there someone else? She didn't deny it. She just smiled, this tiny, cruel smile, and said, "Doesn't matter?" It did, but not in the way she thought. When she walked out of the house that evening with nothing but a duffel bag and that second phone in her hand, I didn't feel heartbreak. I felt clarity. And clarity is a dangerous thing to give a man who has been asleep for nearly a decade. The day after she left, I changed the locks. I removed her from the joint accounts. I canceled the subscriptions, the insurance, the plans, every financial artery she had been feeding off of for years. I thought that would be the end of it. I was wrong. Because 2 days after she left, I found the first envelope. It was tucked under my windshield wiper, with no return address. Inside was a single photograph. Her sitting in a dimly lit bar, leaning across a table toward a man I had never seen before. His face was partially obscured by the angle, but hers was unmistakable. On the back of the photo, someone had written, "She's not who you think she is." I assumed it was her new guy trying to intimidate me, or maybe some twisted attempt at rubbing salt in the wound. I threw it in a drawer and tried to forget about it, until the second envelope arrived, and the third, and the fourth. All photographs, all taken from a distance, all capturing her with different men, different locations, different faces. Someone wasn't just watching her. They wanted me to know they were watching her. And I couldn't shake the feeling that she knew exactly who was holding the camera. A week later, she knocked on my door. I expected tears, remorse, maybe an apology. Instead, I got a woman who looked like she hadn't slept in days. Her hair was tangled, her hands shaking, her eyes darting across the street like she expected someone to leap out of a bush. "Let me in," she whispered. I didn't move. Why? They're watching me. I felt my body go rigid. Who? I don't know. A lie. Too quick. Too prepared. But I stepped aside anyway. Inside, she paced the living room like a trapped animal, fidgeting, muttering half-formed explanations. Every few seconds, she peeked through the window blinds, flinching at her own reflection. I waited, arms crossed. Finally, she spoke. "Someone keeps sending me pictures of me with people." Her voice cracked. "I don't know how they got them." She was lying again. She absolutely knew how. I let the silence stretch until it became unbearable. "Who are the men?" I finally asked. She froze. And then I watched her face crumble. Not from guilt. No, from fear. "You need to give me money," she whispered. "Please, I need to leave town." Ah, now we had arrived at the real reason she was here. I didn't yell. I didn't curse. I just stared at her until she dropped her gaze like she was suddenly aware of how pathetic she looked. "I'm not your lifeline anymore," I said. Her lips trembled. "You don't understand. If I don't pay them, they'll—" But she never finished the sentence, because something outside the window caught her eye, and her face went bone white. She didn't even say goodbye. She just ran out the door, disappearing into the night like a shadow chased by a larger shadow. The next photograph didn't come in an envelope. It was slid under my front door sometime after midnight. This time, the picture wasn't of her. It was of me, taken through the window while I slept on the couch.
On the back was a message. You should have protected her. That night, something shifted. A click inside my head, a realization so simple and so horrifying I felt stupid for not seeing it sooner. She hadn't left me for another man. She had left me because she was running from someone. Someone who followed. Someone who didn't care who got caught in the crossfire. And now they thought I was part of it. My phone buzzed at 3:17 a.m. Unknown number. A single text. She used you. You won't be the only one. I didn't sleep the rest of the night, or the one after that. 2 weeks later, she came back a second time. But this time, she didn't knock. She broke into my house. I woke to the sound of glass shattering and sprinted downstairs, ready to confront a burglar, but found her instead, crouched beneath the kitchen window, bleeding from her arm where the glass had cut her. "Help me," she sobbed. I didn't go to her. Not immediately. I remember the look on her face when she saw someone outside the window that first night. The envelope photographs, the messages, the shifting shadows across my lawn. "What did you get involved with?" I asked quietly. She hesitated. Then she finally told the truth. "Because I thought they'd come after you next." Ah, so it wasn't guilt. It was strategy. She hadn't left me to protect me. She had left me to distance me, so that when the wolves came, they wouldn't see me standing near her. "You need to pay them," she whispered. "They don't stop. They don't let go. They don't—" But a car door slammed outside. She froze. "Don't let them take me." For the first time, I saw genuine, unfiltered terror in her eyes. And for the first time, I realized she wasn't lying. The front doorknob turned. Not rattled, not tested, turned. Slowly, deliberately. Someone was already inside the house. She scrambled behind me, clutching my shirt like a lifeline. I stepped forward, not to protect her, not out of love, but because I needed the truth. A man stepped out of the darkness of the hallway, face half hidden by the brim of his cap. Calm, controlled, the kind of calm that only comes from someone who has done this more times than he can count. "You've cost us a lot of time," he said. His voice was steady, even, almost polite. Before I could say a word, she stepped forward, shaking, crying, begging, "Please, I'll get the money. I just need more time." He held up one hand, silencing her instantly. "We don't need your money anymore," he said. Then he looked at me. "We need him." My heart hammered against my ribs. "Why me?" I asked. "Because," he said, tucking something into his jacket pocket, "because you're the only one she ever listened to, and we need her to talk." She screamed. I didn't. In that moment, everything snapped into perfect, horrifying clarity. They didn't want to kill her. They wanted something from her. Something she had stolen or hidden or lied about. And they believed I was the leverage to get it. She grabbed my arm. "Please, please don't let them." But the strange thing was, I no longer cared what happened to her. For 9 years, she fed off me, used me, secretly gambled with my freedom, my finances, my safety. She had chosen her path. She had chosen her demons. I wasn't going to be dragged into the fire because she didn't know how to stop playing with matches. So I did the only thing that made sense. I stepped away from her. Her eyes widened in betrayal, a betrayal she had earned 1,000 times over. The man nodded once satisfied, and they took her. Calmly, efficiently, like she was a package being returned to sender. She screamed my name until the car door slammed shut and the sound was swallowed by the night. I didn't call the police. I didn't chase the car. I didn't do anything except stand there in the quiet aftermath and finally, breathe. The next morning, another envelope appeared under my door. Inside was a single photograph. Her. Alive. Sitting at a table somewhere dark and unfamiliar. On the back was a message. Debt paid. No threats. No warnings. Just confirmation. I don't know where she is now. I don't know what they wanted from her. I don't know what she did that made them hunt her this long. But I do know this. For the first time in 9 years, I'm free. And some debts were never mine to carry in the first place.